Hey everybody! Hope y'all had a lovely Valentine's Day. The other day, I was going to do an episode today that was deep and philosophical and probably a little melodramatic for post Valentine's Day, but I decided not to because the day before Valentine's Day, I was watching the new Nintendo Direct stream happening, and was very pleasantly surprised, really surprised, just out of nowhere, a game that I've been wanting to have support in the U.S. for many years and has never gotten a fair shot. Was announced to be put out on the Nintendo 3DS eShop, and that would be Inazuma 11, brought to you by Level 5, which is the company that produced the Professor Layton games, amongst other things, but that's one of their biggest things in particular. I believe they did Ni no Kuni as well, the Studio Ghibli game. I love this game, I love this series, I love this franchise, and I've wanted it to get proper support and any sort of chance of success in the U.S. for a long time. It was originally introduced to me by Audrey Carre, who folks that follow the sort of crew of Tome will know that she did a bunch of really good official artwork of the characters and has helped out a lot. And she was also in a couple of the Nintendo collabs doing a few different segments. She was really obsessed with the show at the time because there was an anime as well, and it's gone for several hundred episodes now at this point over in Japan. So we watched the show, and it was a lot of fun to check it out, and I got really, really into it with her, and we'd known for a while that, there's video games, and, we wanted to play them, but they had never come out over here, and then we had found out that Europe was going to be getting them. They had apparently produced a version, an English version, and also other languages for European countries, at the time, and I was like, oh, cool. So we wanted to get that, and thanks to, this was many years later, thanks to Martin, little Karibo, he managed to grab me a copy of it and bring it back right from England, like right around the time that he was moving to the U.S., as a matter of fact, which was pretty cool. So I got to play it, and I really enjoyed it. I haven't finished it because I'm an idiot, but I definitely want people to check it out. So I'm going to give you a little bit of information about it just to sort of get you hopefully maybe interested in it. Inazuma 11. What's the game? All right, so it's a story about this young middle school kid named Mark Evans in the English version. His name is Mamoru Endo in the Japanese, but I'm not going to be a snob about that. So Mark is the leader of this middle school soccer club at the Raimon Academy. Rai being like thunder, and Inazuma is lightning bolt. That's the joke. Anyway, so he's in charge of a soccer club at his middle school, and it's kind of a piece of shit, and it's pathetic, and nobody cares, and supposedly it might have been shut down by the class president because it just wasn't sustaining itself, and they didn't have the budget for it. And then all of a sudden they get challenged by this prep school, Royal Academy, who are basically just making the rounds all over Japan, challenging these different middle schools to soccer matches and just beating the ever-loving crap out of them at soccer matches. And then afterward, they proceed to apparently bulldoze and destroy the school. So that's how it starts off with, and Royal Academy challenges Raimon High School to a match, and so Mark has to go around and collecting as many people as he can to join his soccer club and just get together a soccer team of 11 players. And he meets this kid, Axel Blaze, who is like, this badass that like moves in from the West, and he's like, yeah, I don't play soccer anymore because I have a dark, tragic past. He's like, no, you should join us and it'll be great. And then he does, and they have their first match and they win, and then they continue to play through the game as they battle against different middle school teams that are all kind of thematically different. There's a gothic academy that they're all the kids are based off of like different movie monsters and things. There's a wild academy which they're all like animal inspired and stuff. There's a ninja academy and all these different things. They're all like really interesting, like cool little kooky kind of characters, and the character design is fantastic. If you guys have seen Professor Layton, you're probably familiar with some of the like weird sort of character designs in that. But these are even more unique. They're very cute. They're very fun. They're very varied. Like all the characters seem just like very unique in the way that they're drawn and like what their themes are and everything. And the actual gameplay itself, most importantly, so it's set up like an RPG game where basically the easiest way to surmise it is it's like if you replaced Pokemon with middle school kids who play soccer. That's basically what it is. You go around these different places throughout the area, and you use Mark is kind of your guide for that, and you go around collecting these different players and things, and you are constantly building your team, and you get certain characters to join your team as the story progresses, but you can basically build and customize your own team to be whatever you want as you're going through it and everything. So that's the basic premise. You build relationships with them. You build up a bigger budget for the soccer club at Raimon Middle School, and get access to more like equipment. You can train and boost up the levels of your individual characters and stuff because they have like experience points and things in the same way. And they all learn different special techniques, like different like super cool kicking moves and stuff like that. And then when you enter into the actual matches, you have your team set up like an actual. If you guys have played soccer, I'm assuming when you were a kid, maybe. It's set up like a soccer game, but you use the stylus on the DS screen, the touch screen, to move around the characters, kind of direct them in different ways. And when like you're interacting with another opposing player, you can you can pass to a different person who's nearby. You can do a chip shot. You can do like just a regular like a strike with your kick. And then if you like time things right, you can do like a special move where like you like kick it and then there's like a dragon that comes out or like sets on fire or some bullshit like that. It's got like cool like Dragon Ball Z kind of moves. And then like your goalie, which is Mark. Mark is the goalie, of course. He has like these different special attacks that are used for like like defending, and like he has like the God hand, which is this giant like magical hand technique or something to block it and stuff. It's kind of cool. And and like what is it? Like you collect like all these different kids who have like different skills. You can combine certain kids with certain ones that have like a good sort of standing with each other, and you can have them perform different moves with each other, like depending on their body types and their positioning and their like special moves or whatever. And it's pretty cool. It's really fun. It gets very addicting after a while. You really grow to love the characters, and the story's pretty fun too. Like it's relatively simple, but as you move through it, you really get to know them and you love them a lot. And then there's this is the first game that we've just gotten on the 3DS eShop, and there's two more in this series, and then there's like a Wii game which is like in full 3D, and then there's the Inazuma 11 Go series, which is like the sequel from like way later, that's like 10 years later after like the events of the original series. There's little animated cutscenes of the characters doing different things, and I'm actually surprised to find out. I was almost about to forget this. Apparently, so when the game released in Europe, they had actually dubbed the cutscenes into English. With voice actors that were in Europe. They actually used a bunch of the other actors who you'd be usually hearing in the Professor Layton stuff. And so when they brought the game over here, they decided to record new American English voices for our release of the game. And I have found out that apparently there's a few friends of mine in the game voicing characters, and particularly the ones that I know of right now are Kira Buckland, Lucian Dodge, and Kyle Hebert are all multiple characters in the game, which is pretty cool. I know there's some other people that I think I would recognize, but I haven't seen that many of the cutscenes just yet, so I'm not entirely sure. But so that's pretty cool, and so if you're a Tone fan, you'll recognize a bunch of them in there, which is very cool. And the cutscenes are really cool. They're very well animated, and again, they showcase like the really cool designs and the fun characters doing stuff with each other. It's but those things that cutscenes in video games do, wow, what a general statement. Whatever. I like it a lot. I really enjoyed it. I wanted it to get a proper shot in the U.S. for a really long time, and it never quite got its footing. So now that it's come out here, I really want people to give it a shot and just see if maybe it's up their alley. I'm not a sports guy. I played soccer like one summer, like as a school extracurricular activity, just because like I think I was forced to. Just do something like that. But I'm not really a sports guy. I'm definitely not a soccer guy. But it's just really addictive. It feels like a regular RPG game, just with like kind of a unique sort of playstyle to it, and it's really fun. If you've been to conventions, you might have even seen some people dressing up as the characters before. Believe it or not. But it's definitely worth checking out. If you guys have a 3DS, I think it's only $20 on there. Pick it up, give it a shot, because it's pretty cool. I want it to do well. I want the further games to come out, and so definitely give it a shot. And I don't know if there's like a demo or anything on there as well. And also, I think they have episodes of the TV show on like Hulu. I regret to say, unfortunately, that the actors who are my friends that are in the game did not get to dub the anime because it was already dubbed in English with American accents by another studio with actors who I don't recognize and don't know who they are, and that's a shame. But if you want to check it out, go ahead. I think there's also other language dubs of it that are available on different services. Give it a shot if you feel like it, if you are so inclined. And yeah, so that's about all. So have you played the game already? Were you already a fan of it, or are you going to go try it out now? If so, if any of those things, leave a comment below and let me know your thoughts about Inazuma 11. I will say it really influenced some of my drawing style as well in the last couple of years. So it's also part of why it's near and dear to my heart. But yeah, leave a comment, and if you have any, as usual, if you have any ideas for future Kirblog episodes, just leave a comment about that as well, or shoot me a message on Twitter, Tumblr, or Facebook. Our next episode is going to be with special guest Liz Losi. We talked about MMORPGs and what it is about them that makes them appealing, and how that kind of ties in with me. So look forward to that on Tuesday. And in the meantime, go check out Tome Episode 3, Part 1, which I just put up a couple days ago. And I will be putting up Part 2 next week on Thursday, I think it's the 20-something. Thursday the 20th. Yeah, there we go. I'll be putting that out along with the Episode 3 commentary featuring me and Shady. So, yeah, look forward to that. Thanks again for listening. Go check out Inazuma 11, and hope you enjoy it. Thanks a lot, guys. Have a good one.